How do you know you're really not gay until you shove it up a man's ass, right?
Can't say for sure.
Now I can tell you 100%. I don't like men's assholes.
Your wardrobe screams fatherless.
You have more trust in that top Zypin people.
How was your relationship with your father? Just saying, why did you get the attention you wanted?
You need Jesus. That's offensive. All right, welcome back to That's Offensive. Thank you, my offenders, for coming on. Wow, it's been a minute. So I'm DEELZ, and I have two guests here with me.
Yes.
Alana and Adam.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So I have a new segment that I'm starting on That's Offensive called the Offensive Questions of the Week. So are you guys ready for this?
I think so.
I think so.
Might as well
All
see
right.
it.
We'll see.
It's supposed to be questions that are like typically offensive to ask people. So
Perfect.
when are you guys getting married?
Ooh, good question. I don't think that's offensive. But maybe next
Yeah.
year. Well,
Next
we're going to
year?
get married this year, but everyone's like, are you going to start planning? Like, hello, you have to do this, this, and this. And I'm like, ugh,
Yeah.
no. So next year's the plan.
I think the big factor in here is that we got engaged on a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And so we couldn't tell anybody for the first year until the TV show aired.
Oh shit.
So we were engaged for this like a whole year, and until what, 2-3 months ago,
Yeah.
we couldn't tell anybody besides our friends and family in our town.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Wow.
how can you plan a wedding when
When
nobody does
Nobody
it?
knows you're engaged.
So
Yeah.
now we're gonna start setting a date, but with our new business kind of like blowing up and us potentially moving outside of our small town, it's kind of hard to plan a wedding when you don't know if you're gonna be living there.
Yeah. What are your biggest fights about?
Oh, that's a good
It
one.
is.
Do you guys not fight, or
No,
it's
we
just?
fight. I think if you don't fight with your partner, that's weird.
There's no passion.
No, yeah, no passion.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like jealousy is a big thing that causes fights. I
Yeah,
mean,
on both ends or just on one end?
yeah.
On both ends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we. So we used to claim being in the lifestyle, like swingers. Like,
Okay.
Like
because
that was the label, yeah.
right, it was like because we're in more of an open relationship. However, we do everything together.
Yeah.
But when you start to label yourself like that, all of a sudden everybody's like, "Oh, well, your lifestyle, we can fuck." You're like, "Oh."
Yeah.
You're like, "Oh, no.
Say what?
Just because you're single doesn't mean you want to fuck everybody in the world, you know.
Yeah.
And we like to build connections. So I think in that type of lifestyle, though, you deal with jealousy.
Yeah.
I think that's a big one. I think.
Sometimes you think you're okay, and then something happens, and you're like, "What the fuck?" Like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like you'll like if you guys are in a threesome or something, he could
Yeah.
say something to a girl, and you're like, you can only say that to
Yeah,
me.
you're like, wait,
Yes.
bitch, what?
Or if like a guy's dick makes you squirt, but like
Yeah.
his doesn't, it's like, wow, why can't my dick
Exactly.
make you squirt?
If you go into something, you're good with it, and then afterwards you're like, huh.
That didn't feel great.
Yeah, and I think the separation of feelings for people, because you can start to get feelings, and actually just having sex with people is another really hard thing to do.
Yeah,
in this.
love and sex.
Yeah.
Right.
Two different things.
Yeah. So do you guys, if you're fucking other people, is it just fucking, or do you guys also have like emotional relationships with these people?
I think everything is situational, but for the most part, just sexual.
Yeah.
And then we come back together.
Right.
And yeah.
What we've agreed is communication is everything. What we think
Yeah.
today will be different next year. It might be
Yeah.
different tomorrow.
Yeah, things change constantly.
We're constantly dealing with new problems every day. But the bottom line is that whatever we're doing should only better our relationship.
Yeah.
If anything starts to take away from us, then that's a lesson learned that that's not something we want to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Right.
Who, if you had to pick one celebrity hall pass, who is it and why?
I feel like you have a lot of these. I just got asked this question recently, and I'm trying to think about it.
I'm trying to think of for me and you.
Probably
What,
the
Harry
Pink
Styles?
Power Ranger for you. Harry Styles! He's the new thing for everyone.
That was because of a comment she made. The Pink Power Ranger, Kimberly, it has to be her from the 90s, though.
Yeah.
Pink Power
Can I say
Ranger?
like
Okay.
younger Johnny Depp? Like,
Yeah.
not now,
Ooh.
but younger. Maybe.
Yeah, younger Johnny Depp was
Yeah.
hot before he went through all the trauma.
Yeah. I don't know what Kimberly looks like now, and I don't know what her real name is.
So
but
the hall
younger.
pass would be like 20
Yeah.
years ago or something
yes.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
All right, so your TikTok says great relationship and terrible acting. Is that something, are you guys like terrible actors on purpose? Or is that your genuine effort?
That's my genuine effort. I'm so bad. It makes it easier to put that label on it because, and it's okay if I'm terrible because I'm admitting it already.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm trying to act in it. People are like, oh wow, you suck. Then it would hurt worse. But I already know I'm a shitty actress. Like our first TikTok took me like, it took him like an hour to convince me to get like one take because I'm like, I can't do this. This is horrible. What about you?
I think like she said, it takes the pressure off of having to feel like you have to be perfect in this.
Yeah.
But our comedy is corny.
Yeah.
So that is
Corny
the
as fuck.
style. Like that is like Adam Sandler when he first started, he was corny as fuck. Some of the stuff he did like was what the hell. And so we're just we embrace our strengths of acting, and our acting is corny. Right?
Yeah. It's awesome.
Very corny.
Did you guys like change your TikTok caption to that after you guys got like I'm guessing after a ton of hate comments being like, you guys suck at acting? So you're like, well, if you guys say I suck at acting, I'm gonna put it on my page. So who looks stupid now?
Embracing the
You look
label.
stupid.
we already said
that.
this.
Yeah, I don't know. We talked about it, but what do you think? Was it after? I mean, obviously, probably.
You're gonna get hate comments all the time, and the hate comments we get are like, I don't even read them anymore.
No.
Okay, they kind of get me off sometimes. Not like off
Hate
horny
comments make me
wise.
horny.
Like they get me off. Like I get on kind of a power trip, and it's
Yeah.
like weird that that's how I react because I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, they think I'm ugly, and I'm like, they think I'm ugly.
Yeah, I
like,
get that.
it makes me
Right.
feel
Makes sense.
powerful. You just like change the wording.
Yeah.
I like that. It's like they're thinking about you, but you don't know who they are.
Yeah, they're
Right.
living. I'm living rent free in their head for being. I mean, they say like fat, mid,
Oh, yeah.
not funny, ugly, and I'm like, wow, you think all these things about me? That's so sweet. Thank you for commenting.
Love that.
Right? Hey, you're just adding comments to my feed.
Yeah.
You're pushing my page.
Well, also, like, you won't blow up. I don't know if this is your guys' page too, but I won't blow up on TikTok unless I'm getting at least thousands of hate comments. So if I'm getting a ton of hate comments, I'm getting excited
want
because
that,
I'm like,
yeah.
the views, baby.
Yeah,
Yes.
it does. We always want people to comment, like, even Easter eggs in our videos, or if we're like, ooh, we gotta fix this, we're like, no, it's not, because it'll make more people comment, and
Yeah.
that gets you more views, so.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's lately I think I posted one. It was about like working at home, right? And how like a project ends up taking you way longer because you take 17 trips to Home Depot.
Yeah, I saw that.
Right? But I said 3/4 in it, and I'm like, damn it. And everybody's like, well, he didn't say 3/4. He doesn't know what he's talking
He's
about.
not a real handyman.
And it's things like that where you're like, you know what? Personally, I don't know shit about plumbing, but we did the job. But
Yeah.
like, but at the same point, I'm like, let it stay in the video because the more that they hate, the more it's just gonna get people talking.
Exactly. Like I had a video blow up, I think in January or something, where I was talking about like kind of sexual harassment in an
Yeah.
elevator. And then at first it was everyone being like, you don't think you deserve, like people were like, you deserve to be raped in that outfit. And then all of a sudden
Damn.
the feminists come in and they're
shit.
like defending me. So for a video that had like, I don't know, 200,000 likes, there was probably over 10, 20,000 comments.
Wow.
Just of people fighting in the comments being like, y'all are really exposing yourself.
I love watching people fight in the comments, sitting back.
I'm like, I
and
don't
being
even have to
wow.
say anything
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
That's actually like the gay bar video we did.
Yeah.
Put it on my page, and we're actually in Chicago.
Uh-huh.
Our very best friends are in Boys Town. Like this is
Yeah.
our home away from home is Boys Town. We are the straight couple in the gay community.
Yeah.
Love
And-
that.
So, but we did one with some of our gay friends about when you're a straight guy going to a gay bar,
Uh-huh.
and it was funny. But the hate that started coming in. It was
Wow.
people who are like straight people should stay the hell out of our bars.
Wow.
You're so offensive. We used to get ridiculed and even murdered for going to bars, and you shouldn't be in there. But then you have the gay side that's like, hey, these are our allies, and come in.
Yeah.
And it's because at first that was one thing that hurt me though, because I never wanted to overstep into the gay community because they've been so great to us.
Oh, 1,000%. It's
Yeah.
why I didn't want to identify as like bisexual for a long time because I didn't
Right.
want to take away from their experiences because I don't think I've ever really been judged for making out with women or hooking up with women. So
Right.
it's like I didn't want to identify with that for a long time. And I'm like,
Yes.
no, but I do like eating pussy.
Right.
So I am for sure bisexual.
Take it. Why not?
What is your most common hate comments that you get? Like which ones hurt the most?
I know
For me, it's I have vitiligo, and people will say some crazy shit that I've never heard. Like when I was younger, like people ask questions and stuff, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine. But now we've gotten some comments like, I'm dressed in like a sexy maid outfit. I'm thinking I'm looking hot or whatever, and they're like,
She was.
thanks, babe. And one of them would be like, or one comment I read. This is like the first one. It was like, I don't know how you can be a maid without those bleach spots on your skin, and I'm like, okay, wow, damn.
Wow.
Or someone that's like, I didn't know you were part cow and all that. That's what I get all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know about for you, but like, I mean, at this point, I've grown up with it, and I was just like, damn, you suck. That's pretty much it. It doesn't bother me that much.
Yeah.
Bothers me a little bit, of course, because it's like so new and they go ham on social media, but
Of course.
ultimately it's like, you were like, I'm like the rent-free comment in their head.
Yeah,
like, I'm
they're the
free
one-
in your head, whatever. Like,
They're the ones commenting.
yeah, exactly.
What about for you?
I think at the beginning I used to get compared to a
Ronnie?
couple people. Actually, never Ronnie.
Okay.
They said I was a buff Eminem at first when I had my hat on, because I had more of a lineup. I was like, okay, that makes sense. But the one that got me
I know
was
what you're gonna say.
okay, I know the guy's name. I'm trying to think of it.
I know what it is.
Do you know what it is? Go
Yeah.
ahead.
It's the Rob Schneider.
Oh, I got told I looked like Rob Schneider.
Wait, who's that?
Like,
The guy from is he in Grown Ups?
He's in Grown Ups. He's the weird guy from Grown Ups.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. You'd
I'm
have
not
to. You'd have to
yeah,
see
you'd
it
have to-
now.
yeah.
But they said it was like a buff Rob Schneider. I was like, I guess the buff part is kind of a compliment, but the
Yeah.
Rob Schneider part, it was a slap in the dick. So I had to change my
Wow.
hairstyle.
Yeah.
How much of your relationship do you think is authentic on social media?
I think honestly, most of it, really.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you feel the same. I mean,
I think.
Like, do you think the skits is really how you guys like do your everyday life, or where do you
the
think
skits.
where do you think your relationship is more most authentic?
okay, I see what you're
It's a
saying.
good question. I'd say, of course, stories on Instagram, I think, are always
Yeah.
going to be the realest because it's
Yeah.
that moment in time.
The skits definitely no. That's just acting, which sucks because
Yeah.
we want people to be able to know the real us, but we can't. Unfortunately, we're like slaves to TikTok. We can't go against the niche. and
Yeah.
otherwise, we'll do shitty.
Yeah.
And so
But
Instagram, we try to
Good.
we try to portray our actual relationship, and that's all I was gonna say.
I was going to say, I think the silly goofiness, that is us.
Yeah.
We are constantly laughing and joking around the house and saying some really dumb shit. And like,
Can you give examples? I want to hear.
oh man, I'm trying to think of maybe something I said today, but
Oh, it's hard to think of examples.
it's hard to
It's
think
just
of
on
things.
Yeah, it just comes out naturally. It's just like
It's
constant.
right off the cusp.
Yeah.
But it's constantly going, and then we'll get these ideas, and we'll be like, well, what if we turn that into a TikTok or an
Everyday
Instagram?
life experiences, yeah.
So these do stem from like reality.
Yeah.
I don't run in the room every day and be like, hey babe, blah, blah, blah. But the goofy side of us is exemplified on TikTok. We're trying, actually, we've been working with some other people who we want to start speaking more about ourselves because we have a really good fan base that wants to know a little bit more about us.
Yeah.
Because I believe that we are our real selves on social media. We've said no to projects because we feel like it doesn't embody what we want to, what our brand is.
Yeah, and that's like really good longevity-wise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people don't think about because they'll take on projects or be on certain shows. Like, I was on a show a while ago. It was like a YouTube channel, and then there was this guy just saying misogynistic shit the whole time, and I was
Really?
like, I wasn't expecting it, so I just sat
Yeah.
there and I'm like, I don't know what to say, and haven't gone back. But it's like longevity. Like, if I kept going back, that wouldn't be a good look.
Yes.
Exactly, yeah.
No,
we
it's-
try to
So our next move, honestly, is we're looking at starting a podcast that will hopefully end up going into a YouTube, and we'll see where it goes. We're in the very beginning stages of it, but hopefully production will start within the next month.
Yeah. Do you think it ever hurts your relationship having so much of it online, or like putting pressure on yourselves, or?
Yeah, it can. I also think that we've been able to help people a lot through. We did like the reality show that we were on, and we had to get like very vulnerable and in depth with our relationship.
Yeah.
But it helps us too, and also I feel like we've been able to help other people by being vulnerable. And so, as much as we're out on social media, I think it ends up mostly being a positive thing.
So tell me about this reality TV show you were on.
So it's called Good Sex.
Good
which
sex.
Sounds like an HBO After Dark special.
Were you
but-
guys fucking on camera?
But
Yes.
yes, we actually did.
Oh my god, I was so
Wow.
But
was so hard
is
for me.
it is very different. That it's not acting. It was our real life.
Yeah.
So
they put cameras in our bedroom and they
3
left them
months.
there for 3 months.
Was it after you guys started blowing up on TikTok, or did it
Yes.
start
Yes.
off? Okay.
So that's actually how they found us, was TikTok. They said they wanted a couple that was doing OnlyFans, a couple who's doing social media, because that's a new thing that people are doing. They want to see behind the scenes. They also liked that we were lifestyle or more open relationship, but it ended up getting cut from the show because it didn't fit. We had so many things.
Yeah.
The narrative fit ours. Our narrative was that we work together constantly, and that when you're together so much, your polarities can start to push you on each other.
Yeah.
So I have a very high sex drive, and Alanna's was very high too. But when one person starts pushing more, the others will push away.
Yeah.
And there's other things that was happening too in a relationship that we didn't really notice. And the funny thing is that when you go to these reality TV shows, they're like, they're gonna ham it up, right? They're gonna make everything.
Yeah.
If we don't fix this problem, we're never gonna make it. So when they went to us and they said, hey, what are these problems that you're dealing with? We're like, well, shit, I guess we work together all the time,
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was gonna break us, but I'll tell you what, we went in there being like, oh, okay, maybe we can learn something. But we worked with a sex coach, her name's Caitlin V. Holy shit.
Did the sex life go crazy?
Yes.
That was amazing, yeah.
Wait, so where was this reality TV show aired? Did they have to blur out like the boobs, the
So
the
we had to
dicks?
sign a nudity waiver, and I'm like, well, I have OnlyFans, so like, I don't want to show my titties on TV, so I signed a nudity waiver. So you are naked in some parts, but they blur it.
Okay.
But they came to our hometown actually like 3 or 4 times, and then they flew us here like 4 times to work with her in her office.
So where is it aired then?
Discovery Plus.
Oh,
Yeah.
Discovery gets wild.
Yeah.
And at first, I think they wanted to have nudity, but I think enough people got the waiver because I don't think I remember seeing any nudity when we watched it.
Yeah.
I was cringing the whole time because like we didn't know what it would look like until we watched it just when everyone else was watching it. So we have no idea how they would portray us or anything. So
Because they
was
could
like,
get like just one clip of you having like
Yes.
just saying, "Oh my God, this fucking sucks," and then the whole day is all of a sudden a different narrative than what actually
Yes.
happened. Did that happen a lot during the show, or do you think they
it
did
was
a good
like,
job?
I remember a specific episode where we were like,
I know what you're talking about.
it was like right in the middle, probably when they needed some drama, and we
I,
were like, oh my God.
okay. The moment was. So we go to have sex, right? And the whole the narrative of our and this is true. Everything that we were dealing with is true, but there's certain things that if we can angle it this way, it's gonna make it look so much worse. So we go to have sex, and it's me. At the end of the day, when you're with someone who've been together for 5 years at this point, right now we're 6. And I'm like, hey, babe, and she's like, I'm tired, right? Like, and I'm like, come on, it's either a headache or a tired. Come on, let's do something here. But so that happens, and then it says like 10 minutes later or something like that is what it was.
Yeah, it's like goes back. It's like 10 minutes later. Like,
And then,
oh shit.
And then it seems like I've just been pestering her for 10 minutes, but we remember it was just us chit-chatting. And finally she's like, what did you say? You said something like,
okay, be quick or something like that. I don't know.
it was bad.
It looked bad.
It said, I don't want to have sex, and then you could see it cut. And then I said, I don't care. And we went forward.
Oh my
and
God.
Both of us sat
We were
there.
like-
We were sitting on the couch together. Nobody was over at our house. And we're like,
What the fuck?
That looks because like
Yeah,
that looks
yeah.
bad. That looks like SA or
yes, but I redeemed myself later in the show. But at that moment, I looked at her, and before I could say anything, she
We
goes,
didn't watch party for the rest of this. We were like, maybe we don't have a watch party for this episode.
she goes, don't say it. You never said that. And I was like, okay, good.
They clipped to the back of our heads, and it was like a voiceover, and I'm like, wait a minute, like this was all a little
We had
different.
to go back and piece together a conversation. Like, what did we really say there? And we realized,
Did you guys have to post on social media to be like, this was not how it went. I did not pressure my girlfriend to fuck me.
right?
No, we
We-
just let it flow because that was the only part that was like that. The rest was like true to us.
The rest was pretty spot on.
Yeah.
And so that moment was just kind of like a
What
shit.
the?
Yeah.
But my character in the show, even though it's me, I guess, like at that moment, he redeems himself, right? Like he comes by episode 4. I'm
Yeah.
good guy again. I'm not the evil one. I went from Green Ranger to White Ranger. So.
Yeah.
Do you think the reality show, like, was it hard to get people to, like, swing with you or to bring other people in the relationship because, like, they didn't want to be on TV and known for that?
So that didn't happen at all. It was just us for the TV show. We talked about that kind of stuff, but they cut all of that out as well. We were kind of excited too because it's nice because I know a lot of people like question about swinging in the lifestyle, and so we were hoping that they would put that in there, but they didn't, and that's fine because we had a lot of other stuff going on.
Yeah.
Honestly, because of the TV show, we thought they would put it in there. We had said no to the TV show at first because we were worried, like, one, we have family, and we live in a small town, okay? Like,
And it's called good sex. I'm like, fuck.
On top of that, we also, if we're with couples, and we take Instagram pictures together, some of these couples don't want the world to know.
Yeah.
But now we get labeled as swingers or lifestyle.
Anyone that hangs out with us are like, are you in the lifestyle too? And
Yeah.
So are we endangering their security and privacy? And so we were actually said no at first, and then we ended up doing it. But because we did it, we ended up opening up and telling everyone, hey, okay, we're lifestyle. We opened up, totally revealed everything to her family, which they kind of had an idea.
Yeah.
We were open with our whole community in a small town. Like, now everybody knows. And then the TV show airs, and they didn't say a word of it. But now we can be open with who we are, so it's kind of nice.
it's
Yeah.
nice.
How did your parents take it?
Yeah, like you said, mine kind of had an idea, I think.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, what are they gonna say? Like, no, I'm gonna do it anyway. So it's kind of nice that they accepted it, I guess. They're just like, okay, cool, thanks for telling us, but we don't want to hear any more about it.
Yeah. We're done.
Yeah.
My parents were pretty cool about it. I think that didn't that didn't affect them as much as like when they found out the OnlyFans stuff that we do.
Oh, okay. Because if you guys were fucking on like the reality show, you guys are for sure fucking on OnlyFans, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Just a lot more
Yeah.
intense, I think.
And then like because we were lifestyle, we decided hey, we're already doing this, might as well, as long as it's something we would normally do.
Yeah.
That's one rule we stick to. That's why we can keep doing this, is because we'll never, no matter how much money I can make from something or he can make from something, we're not going to do it if it's not something we would do in our regular life outside of OnlyFans. So
Right.
How did the sex coach on the TV show help your guys' sex life? Because, like, first of all, I know I'm not good at giving head, so we're there.
she had some activities. I think one thing for us was, what'd she do? She had us lay out, or why didn't she do that activity where we lay down on the table? For
That
like
was-
different types of touch and stuff.
That was for communication, because I think the biggest thing that we struggled with was Alanna speaking up for what she wants.
Yeah, because sometimes I don't even know, or I do know, and I'm just like, just go with the flow kind of thing. And so
Our relationship had become, because I was her trainer when we met. I was 25, she was 18 at the time. So I noticed that this beautiful, innocent woman, she had so much to say, but she didn't have much of a voice to say it. So so I'm also the oldest in my family, and she's the youngest, right? So we kind of vibe together. Just like my little sisters, I wanted to help her speak up for herself. So I would try to help her talk, and we had this really good relationship. But going into this coach, it was great because Alanna got to actually start expressing her own voice and speaking out and saying, I want this, and that was amazing for us. So there was a lot of cool activities we did. We did this table that we laid down blindfolded with all these like
everything from like Freddy Krueger claws to like feathers, and they had us use them both.
So you met when you were 25 and she was 18.
Yes.
When did you guys start dating?
Pretty fast, like
within the week.
yeah.
Within a week?
Not dating,
Wow.
but fucking. And then dating,
okay, yeah,
probably.
you're right.
Yeah. No, he just left the first time we fucked. I was like, fuck, why did I do that?
Yeah.
He left? You left?
Oh, yeah. We
Like,
had
no
sex.
cuddles?
We had sex, and then he was like,
I had to
bye.
get hold of my girlfriend at the time,
Hey,
so that's
terrible.
I know that sounds. This shows no offense, so no offense.
No.
Yeah,
But
offensive.
oh
yeah.
no, I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's
Close
offensive.
there.
Yeah, that's offensive. Okay, that's offensive.
Yeah.
No, okay. So that scenario though was just me not happy in a relationship, and I met her, and I'm like, oh, there's this young hot girl who'll be a really great fling and everything, right? Like, and that's all it started off to be. Like,
Yeah.
And
But the whole time you had a girlfriend at first?
at first.
How long?
Well, so
I didn't know at first.
when we first hooked up, I did, but I just told my girlfriend. I said, hey, I want to hook up with other people, and I don't know why. I thought I was just a piece of shit. Like, I'm just like my dad. You know, he did all this stuff, whatever, and so I just thought I was the piece of shit. And so like I kind of told her that, and then I did it, And then I told her I did it. Oh, I didn't lie. I went and came back. But I would say really like she was not too happy about it, so like I ended up leaving the house, and within like
Yeah, she wasn't too happy about me cheating on her.
yeah, I don't know why she's very angry that week. But so I ended up I was like, well shit, she's gonna keep the place. I'm gonna try to find somewhere to live, and she's like, well, you can come stay with me. And I was like, okay. So I think we knew each other for about 3 weeks before we really started
living together.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we kind of just lived together first, and then it just.
That's lucky.
Yeah.
That's really lucky. Were you scared because he cheated on his girlfriend that anything would happen with you guys?
Oh, I mean, yeah, of course.
That's probably where, like, the jealousy.
I think the thing was, though, is he was nervous, too, because I was 18. I just moved away from Maine, where I was from, and I was, like, a wild card. So at the same time of me worrying about him, he's like, oh, shit, she's a little crazy, too.
Did you ever get to have a hoe phase? Or I guess you guys swing, because I feel like hoe phases are...
We didn't swing for the first, like, I think, like, 3 years of our relationship. So, yeah, and my hoe phase, I think I had a little bit of one of those in South Carolina. I was in a long relationship before, too, but then I had a few months of being single, and then I met him, like, right away. And so... Okay.
So with you being 25 and her being 18, was it really hard because y'all couldn't club together? You couldn't go to the clubs, you couldn't bars, or did you have to just get her a really good fake? Like ask people your age, like, yo, does anyone look like her? Would you give her an ID?
We lived in South Carolina to start, and we both worked in the bar industry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
I screwed myself with that one.
Yeah, she was a server. I was a bouncer out there, and so immediately everybody knew, and we're like, shit. So we. After actually only being together, like 5 or 6 months, we moved back to Illinois together. To my small ass town.
So you could drink.
Town.
Well, no. Yeah, we miss drinking so much. We're like, back to Illinois. You can drink any age. No, actually, we moved back, and I told her before we got there, I said, listen, your age is now this. Okay, we're not gonna risk this. Like
a long time to wait, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Right?
Yeah.
She was still 18 when we moved. And so we still had another 3 years or 2.5 or whatever. So we just said that was her age. And then, you know, after meeting people and stuff, every now and then you'd be like, okay, actually, Alana's this age. Well,
stupid idea.
One person ends up not liking you, starting to cause drama.
Oh, and then they tell the bouncer, they're like,
the whole
get out.
town knows. Oh my
god. The whole fucking town knows.
And then you guys had to move again so you could go to the bars again.
Bingo. Exactly. So now we're moving out here to California. No.
Yeah.
But,
where they let 14-year-olds in the clubs.
Yeah, exactly.
Now that you're 24, this should work perfectly.
No, that was a lot though.
So you're 24 now and you're 31. Okay. So at least now.
We're good to go now.
Yeah. Now we gotta move so she can rent a vehicle. Right?
Oh,
one more year, damn it.
I think it's Zero or Turo or something. You can rent a vehicle.
No, you're still, there's like a $120 charge for a young driver fee.
Yeah, I just paid that.
Yeah.
So, I have this theory that on TikTok that if a man is in the video or posts the same video on his account that a woman does, it will do great and stay up on his account, but the woman's views will be trash and or get deleted. Do you guys experience that on your guys' account? So if you post like in a bikini or something on his page, it'll do well and it'll stay, but if it's on your page, it'll get deleted for nudity.
I think that's hard because we have our couples account that's comedy and that's just what we do there. Yeah. And then we both have an individual account, but we don't really take videos together on our accounts.
Okay.
It's kind of all individual, so I don't know if we can.
But that's also because so our people know we're a couple, right? And so every now and then we'll have a picture of each other on each other's page or like. But obviously, when it comes to OnlyFans and stuff like that, people are on Alana's page for Alanna.
Yeah.
There's still a connection together, but she's modeling. That's her career in modeling. That's her individual self, right? So I did my page. My page, though, the thing is that if I post Alanna, it doesn't do as well because my following, though, is primarily gay.
So do you swing both ways? Are you bi? Are you straight?
I'm straight. However, for OnlyFans, I've done both.
Okay.
Like I've topped before, and it took me a long time to get there.
Yeah.
But we're very open sexually, And like I said,
That's like a lot of men aren't comfortable enough in their sexuality to be like, yo, I can stick it up a man's asshole.
how do you know you're really not gay until you shove it up a man's ass, right?
Can't say for sure.
Now I can tell you 100%. I don't like men's assholes.
Did you have to take Viagra to like keep it
Oh,
up?
you gotta take Trimex for that shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna
Needle.
work.
It's just gonna be hard no matter what.
You know, I could fuck a tree with that thing, or a brick wall. But you know what? It was something at first, like, I don't know. And like we said earlier, our brand is our image. You know, we
Yeah.
don't want to put out there, like, if I'm not gay, why would I do gay stuff? And we talked about it and stuff. And funny story, the first time we ever did it was with some really good friends. And we showed up because at first it was just me modeling with men, not a big deal.
Yeah.
Then a buddy is like, hey, what if I sucked your dick for a video? And I was like, I see what you're doing here. But I was like, it is what it is.
Good
And
content.
we did it for the video, and then one time I show up, and it was a scene. I knew they were gonna film a scene. I knew they were gonna fuck each other. I thought it was gonna be the straight dude in the corner, just kind of doing one of these numbers.
Yeah.
And my buddy in front of everybody's like, "Are you comfortable having sex with a man today?" And I was like,
You're like, wow.
"You're the first person to ever ask me that, bro." So I'm like, I don't know. I talked to Alanna. I'm like, what do you feel? She's like, I don't know. Let's just see what happens. I mean, we're both open.
Why
We're
not try it? We're gonna try everything once,
It's
whatever.
not a big deal. So I go and we're getting ready, right? Like, like everything's making it that way, and I'm staring down at the glory hole here. They're staring down at I'm like, all right, here goes nothing. And I look to Alanna behind the camera. I'm like you can probably see me in the thing. Like, is this okay? Like, and she's like, go for it.
There you go.
Like,
So
sure.
I answer, okay? I go in, and I look back, and I go, do you like that? Like, to her. And she's like, I fucking love that. Like,
It's kind of hot.
weird,
I
yeah.
like to watch gay porn. I don't
Yeah.
know. Something is hot about two penises.
Who would have thought?
so
Who would have thought?
this is the end of the story right here. Get this.
Yeah.
At this point, I looked at Lana, I said, do you like that? She goes, I fucking love it. Right? But she can't, she's recording. So she, and so the guy is like, yeah, I love it. And I'm like, yeah, you love that? And here's this three-way thing going on, and nobody ever, I don't think people even know who watches the video.
He's like, yeah.
So that was our first scene, and you know what? It was fun. We don't do it as often, but it's the high demand on my account.
Yeah.
Makes it a little difficult
funny.
because it's not something that I'm very like into, but I like to see Alanna get excited by it. Just like
Yeah.
I like to see her be with another woman.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, you know what? It's not necessarily something that's outside my comfort zone. I'm a very comfortable in my sexuality.
Yeah.
I mean, this is my fiance, and this is our life. I'm
Yeah, just imagine a pair of tits on that and the balls tucked and you're good to go.
exactly right. I close my eyes the whole time.
Like, yeah.
It's just a
It
hairy woman.
It just feels so good not have to close my eyes. To
I'm
yourself.
squinting from pleasure.
Oh my god.
That's like, so yours is probably mostly mine, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we do everything together on mine. Either it's us together with someone or it's solo. But weirdly, the only time I've done stuff with other men and Adam is when it's our gay friends as well. So like, they also, some of them are open to trying new experiences with me too, which is really cool. It's a weird position to be in because I'm like, oh, should I feel bad? Like, did you want to fuck me? Like I never thought I'd have to ask that of a man.
I know, because it's so funny because so many men say to, like, lesbian women, like, how do you know that you are a lesbian if you've never had dick before, to the ones who have literally never had dick.
Right.
And it's like, and then a gay person is like, oh, maybe I'll just,
Yeah.
maybe we'll see.
And that's actually the three ways that we've had.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the main thing that we do is like couples.
Yeah.
So there's straight couples usually, like, but it'll be another couple and you do a swap, and that's more reality to what we do because we enjoy the experience of being together, especially like being in the same room is incredible. Like you think it's hard to see, but like when you're with someone and you're like being able to have a moment with that person, and you look across and your person is right there having their moment too, and you're seeing each other get pleasure. It's a certain connection that I can't explain. It's not meant for everybody.
Yeah.
But I love it, and I'll tell you what, after a moment like that, when we come back together,
It's
Doesn't
like,
yeah, it doesn't matter what this person could have offered you. Like they could be a millionaire, they could have the biggest dick in the world, they could have the biggest tits in the world. It doesn't matter. We've been through everything.
Yeah.
And you come back together and it's like, I just want you. You are fucking perfect.
Yeah.
It's a great experience.
It's
I
really
think for
cool.
swinging, I mean, like, I don't know if I could ever be open to it, but I've also
Right.
never had a relationship
Yeah.
where I'm like, I feel comfortable with you fucking another woman, and I'm not scared that you're just gonna leave me.
It's
Yes.
scary. You're like, but then the thing that I think the good thing about us not doing it for so long in our relationship is like after a certain amount of years, you build something with this person
You
that
build
you
the
know
trust.
no one else can have, and that's
Yeah.
why we like to do things with couples because we know that. Typically, for the most part, the couples also have the same respect for each other that we have for each other. So we
Right.
know there's no one really with bad intentions there. So that makes it a lot easier as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have aftercare with the couples too, or do you guys just have the aftercare together, or how does like the
Both.
conversations
Yeah,
after
both.
go?
Sometimes feelings come up, and we'll have a talk with other couples too, which is like really. Sometimes it can be hard, but it's super healthy to do.
Yeah, it's so healthy. I got a lymphatic drainage massage on Monday. I couldn't tell her that she was hurting me, and then my shoulders got injured.
Oh my
I'm
god!
like,
no.
wow, I really can't be in a relationship yet. I can't even tell a random masseuse that she's fucking hurting me.
I'm feeling the same. Like every time like you're getting a massage, and I have to tell the woman to go harder after you say it once, and they still ain't going on, and then you're like, you just kind of lay there.
Like,
"Ah."
Yeah, like fuck.
This is
I'm like, does
difficult.
she know I'm hurting me? Am I gonna be skinnier if she's hurting me? Because it's lymphatic drainage massage. Like those were all the thoughts going through my head. And then the next day, it's like my
Yeah,
shoulders
I
were
can't
here,
move.
and I was like driving my
Oh.
steering wheel like this, and I'm like, fuck, this is what I get for not speaking up for myself. Okay, so I noticed on your guys' Instagrams, you do not make long posts about each other. And my friend Glennie Balls, shout out, has a theory that the longer the Instagram captions are about each other, the worse the relationship is. And your guys' captions are really short about each other. So do you guys agree with this theory? And is that why you guys do it?
I just said that the other day.
We actually
That's a
just said this.
weird
Yeah.
theory that I believe too. I'm like, I feel like I used to be like this too, but I feel like if you have to like talk your person up publicly on social media, like, I love this, they do this for me and this, I feel like it's like fake then. Like,
Yeah.
I know all the things he does for me,
Right.
and like I feel like we portray that together to everyone, but I don't feel like and it's needed to tell everyone through typing and
Yeah.
text that all the things he does for me, just because it is so real.
It seems like you're trying to convince yourself
Yeah,
and convince the
exactly.
viewers. We've had like birthday posts and random posts every now and then, like
special
more
occasions,
on
like-
Facebook where it's like family
Yeah.
and friends, and we'll say like something special, maybe a Facebook or a birthday post might be a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But we've said this since the beginning of our relationship because we've been through a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Like I have been through a lot of shit in my own life, and the stuff that we've dealt with, I don't feel like there's anybody in this world I know there's nobody in this world that I could have done it with other than her.
Yeah.
But I mean, the things that we've been through, like would make most relationships crumble on square one, like right off the bat. And so I've told her, and she's told me this many times when we're in rough situations, just love each other. Don't let the outside world affect us. Because people can take away everything from you
Yeah.
except your love. They can't take it away unless you let them take it away. And if you have love for one another, it doesn't matter what, people can see it. It shines through. I think that maybe we're not our real selves in our comedy and stuff like that, but people can see it when we're laughing together. And if you're watching our stories especially, we have it all out there. We're not trying to fake smile for a quick for
Yeah.
the camera. You're gonna see us when we have problems. Like we've been dealing with stuff. Like we'll post more about a little snippet of things and the positive things behind it and the
Yeah.
negative. It's just being as real as you possibly can, which makes you vulnerable.
Yeah,
Which is
vulnerability is very hard, and I think the people who are like, we have been through so much together, and we might fight sometimes, but you're my best friend, and then a month
Yeah.
later they're broken up.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think the couples that roast each other are some of the healthiest
Yeah.
couples on the internet, because you know that relationship is strong to be publicly
Right.
roasting
Yeah,
your
yeah,
partner.
I like that.
Because I mean, you guys kind of make fun of yourselves all through your posts
yeah.
together.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's like it's healthy because you're like, yeah, we're fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We're so stupid together.
And a lot of the skits come from things that have happened in real life. Even if we ham them up, make them more funny. I mean, we're
Yeah.
laughing and joking about who we are as people, really, too.
Yeah. Okay, so I have some user submissions to go over.
Ooh.
So one person asked, talk about sharts. They said, hello emoji, poop emoji. It's what all of the cool kids are doing. So why do you think people don't want to talk about poop more often? I'm guessing
Cool
from
kids
your...
are sharting?
I guess,
what they said?
Yeah, I guess sharts. Okay. So have you guys sharted in your lifetime?
Yeah, I did. One of the most embarrassing stories of my life, actually. Like, I was 10 years old at the fairgrounds, and I've never told anybody this. I shit my fucking pants because I was sick. And I sharted, okay? I shouldn't shit the pants. I was on my way to the fucking bathroom.
It makes you cool.
But now it's cool. I did it before it was cool, all right? I started this trend. And for some reason, I was so young, I thought these underwear were very valuable. And instead of just throwing them away, I felt like I had to carry them back with me. And then I thought back afterwards, after I walked through the fairgrounds with this shit underwear in my hands, how many people fucking saw me just thinking, like, what is this kid doing, carrying around a fucking pair of shitty pants, if they can see that or not. So I'm glad I got that off my chest today.
Yeah.
Feel better?
But,
Do you feel lighter?
I don't know. Why don't people talk about it more? Why? I guess, but if it's cool now, we can talk
Why
about
is
it.
it so funny?
Yeah. Have you
I
sharted?
don't think so.
I've sharted.
Really?
Yeah, I was trying to go vegan and I was trying to eat some tofu and I didn't. Oh my god. One time I actually peed my pants too.
I peed my pants.
Yeah,
for sure.
I peed my pants and then I
That's it.
sharted. I was like, is this?
And then you sharted at the same time?
It was within the same like week of each other, so it just mixes in my head because both of them I was like trying to run from my car to my apartment, and then with the pee it just started like dripping down, and I was like, oh my god, it's like it was an
What's
apartment
happening?
complex. I'm like running past people peeing my pants, and then the other time I like was trying to like run to my bathroom because I'm like, I think I just sharted, and I like look and I'm like, oh my god. I also sharted after a rave recently. I don't know what happened there. Like my feet were injured. I was hurting.
Oh, no.
I fell down my whole flight of stairs and I was like, okay. I fell down the whole flight of stairs so hard. So I'm like, okay, I need to go to bed. And then I woke up to like myself farting and I'm like, and then I look at the bed sheets and I'm like, god damn it, because I always have my assistant do this kind of stuff for me. I had to do my own laundry. I had to make my own bed. But anyways, I do think sharts, let's normalize farting, sharting, pooping, talking about it. Because, like, everyone poops, okay, guys?
This is true.
This is true. Some people are into it.
Some people are into
I get
it.
requests on that. I don't know why OnlyFans has banned poop and pee content, because I used to make at least,
weird?
like, $500 per pee video.
Yeah.
And now they won't let me do it. And I'm like, but pee, you know how easy, I pee how many times a day? All I have to do is I set my phone and I record myself and I just take the piss I was gonna take anyways. And it's the easiest,
$500.
it's the easiest 30 seconds to make that much money.
Yeah.
I used to be a truck driver, and people wanted me to come in, and like I wear flannel and everything to work, and I just come in, and if I can do it publicly, they pay way more too, like in a public restroom or something like that.
OnlyFans is weird about that too. Now.
Yeah, but it's very, that's, at the beginning of OnlyFans, I'd have a door that I could lock or whatever, and I'd just get over and take a piss, and
Yeah.
that was it, make quite a bit of money off one video.
Oh, yeah.
I've also had requests for fart videos.
Oh, I've had a lot of those. They want to see your asshole winking.
Yeah.
So those are hard though, because I don't even know if I should admit this, but because I don't know how to fart on command. That's like one of the hardest things
it's
I've ever had to do. So
think I
I'll go on YouTube and just like look up farting sounds, and I'll just try to like move
Wink?
my asshole like I'm farting with the sounds, with like, because I have 3 phones.
Do you put like a wet nasty one to it, or is it like cute little ones?
I wouldn't want that on the internet, so I do a cute little farting sound.
Cute little farting sound.
Because how do I just fart on command? Like that, I don't know when I'm gonna fart, because I'm a burper, I'm not a farter.
I can burp on command.
Your
Yeah.
web history has to be incredible. Cute little fart sounds.
Or if if I'm farting, it's because I'm about to have to go poop, and I'm like, I don't want like my fucking poop crowning. I'm taking
Gotta
a
pay extra for
video.
that.
Yeah, you gotta pay extra for that.
Someone wants
Boobs
to
with the
know
photo.
your thoughts on, as a couple, laughing during sex. Because, I mean, I laugh all the time while I'm fucking, but I make a lot of jokes, but I'm also not hot or sexy while I'm fucking. I'm just like, So what are your thoughts? Like, do you guys find it offensive if your partner's laughing? Like,
I mean, if he just laughs out of the blue, I'd be like, what the fuck's so funny back there?
Yeah. What are you seeing? I think we have a lot of times where, like, you're having a moment, like, sometimes it's like romantic laughing, like it sounds, but you're just having a moment and like you'll say something and you'll laugh out of excitement and stuff like that. There's also times where, you know, after I have a drink or two, that if you put the song on Feel Like Making Love, I do a special dance to that she knows. And that
can you demonstrate it for
I
the YouTube?
I don't know.
I can sing it for you.
I don't know if there's enough room in this
Use
place.
the microphone as the person.
Am I gonna hump the microphone? Is that
Yeah, do it.
Making love.
sorry,
Is
the
that how
next
it goes?
person
Okay.
has to speak out of
It
this
goes,
thing. Is there copyright issues if we play the song? Probably.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Can't
sing the
monetize.
song?
Yeah, just sing it.
Okay.
Yeah,
We can
okay,
laugh.
yeah.
Okay, ready?
I haven't had my drinks
It goes,
today.
Just do a half. Just like half-ass it.
Okay, okay.
I'll say
all
feels
right.
like making love. Ready?
There's a special way I do it though. I come on the bed and like. Actually, it's however.
Do you want to sing it while you do it?
I think you gotta lay down a little bit too though.
You want me to lay down?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, just a little bit to make it more normal for me.
Okay.
So it's like I do this thing. Am I allowed to take my shirt off here? Like I don't know how far we want to go with this dance. Because I come up. And I, da-na, da-na. It's way better when you hear the song. Okay, I swear to God. Da-na.
I'm liking
I
it.
feel like making love. I feel like making. I get a little obnoxious with it. I'll pull it in. I make her laugh.
Whoa.
But then I'll kiss her and there's the laugh.
I think that was better. That was good. That was perfect.
See?
That was awesome. This is the first time we've had a guest publicly dance on the
So
show.
no music.
No
No music, okay? That was.
I didn't even have to sing it. Thank you.
Oh my
You want
god.
more? Go to OnlyFans.
Hey.
Adam Ashley.
A dude wants to know, what do
Yes.
you like about sexting and what are some of the best angles to take nudes?
Oh. Sexting.
From under is always
From under
the
butt.
best.
That's what he says. From under
For
butt.
for girls or for you?
I think so I like seeing. I mean, like
Well, for me, I always do like the under there kind
yeah.
of.
because it makes the butt look bigger,
Yeah.
and especially when you get to see like. It's kind of like seeing up a girl's dress almost in a
Yeah.
sense. It's like I don't know. They're
Yeah.
very beautiful shot.
I know
Also
what
for
he
guys.
likes is like leaving stuff to the imagination, like not just getting fully nude right away, just like kind of teasing, like what's under there?
Teasing.
Yeah.
See, I make a mistake. I just like to be naked on my OnlyFans or wear a hoodie and just take it off because I'm
Yeah.
a lazy piece of shit. And I know guys are like, take it off slowly. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm not a very patient person. So I'm like,
You're like,
Yeah.
like that.
is that how you like it?
Yeah. I usually just rip my clothes off right away unless we're listening to that song.
Yeah, then
In
it's a
which
slow
case-
little.
Then it's
That's
about 3
all
minutes and 45
reduction.
seconds
Yeah.
how long the song lasts.
It's like, but wait, there's more.
I would say for guys though, I mean like
What kind of nudes? What are your favorite nudes to get from girls? Like, if you were on OnlyFans gonna buy a girl's content, not that you
Yeah.
do, but what? I need a burp, or do I? I think I got stuck. Okay, but what are the best angles and photos or videos that you would want?
from a girl, I definitely like right through here underneath. Honestly, it's
Straight to the point.
it's like it's my angle of where I'm coming from, and then like you get to see like you can also see boobs too sometimes.
Yeah.
My favorite position for sex a lot of times is with her on top. I don't know. I just like granted. Sometimes I like to you can still like control from the bottom too, you know. 'Cause I'm more of the dom, she's more of the sub, but we still whatever. But like so you can still control but I just I like to see her in all her
You're
beauty right
picturing it
there.
right now.
But I can see it. That or like if she's laying down and the legs are straight back. Right?
Yeah.
That is just a beautiful view. Yeah.
So if you're getting nudes, you want it from like those kinds of angles.
Yeah. Those are good.
What angles do you like from him?
I always like a mirror pic for some reason. Like
Mirror pic? Well, he's just like-
nude mirror pic, and then also like from underneath is good too. I think
The balls.
your abs
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
One time I got a mirror pic nude from a guy, and I have never laughed harder because
No. Oh, no.
it was just the most awkward.
Oh.
Poor little man's. He didn't know what he was doing.
Oh, no.
He
You
also
know
had
angles.
he had a little shrimp dick too,
Oh.
and he was just like he turned and kind of he looked like. He did the duck lips, and he still had his pants on. And I'm like, you need to at least unbutton the pants, because through the little hole, it made it look even shrimpier. And I'm like, oh, sir. Oh, poor little man. And then I fucked my ex a week later, and I'm like, sorry, this isn't working. Because, like, literally that picture made me go back to my ex, because I'm like, angles are important. But some of my favorite dick pics are the ones where men draw a little, like, art on it, or they'll put, like, a bow tie on it.
Ooh,
and, like,
dresses that up.
yeah, like a bow tie or a ribbon, or they'll, like, draw, like, there's this one guy, God, I love when he sends me dick pics on OnlyFans, but, like, he'll, like, draw, so, like, his dick will be here, you know, and he'll draw, like, a beach around it, and then he'll draw, like, a little, like, ketchup, so it's, like, a sausage on a beach or something, and it's just, like,
Really?
so, those are,
Creative as fuck.
it's creative, but also you get really turned on by those kinds of things, because I'm
Yeah.
like, you know he's funny.
Yeah.
You know he's got a sense of
there's a
humor.
sense of humor here.
Because it's like, if they're trying so hard to be hot,
Yeah.
and I almost get like turned off by it, because
Right.
if
I agree
I'm
with
fucking
that.
a guy, I'm like, hit me. I'm like, I try to do a lot of funny things, so it's like
Yeah.
I'm not turned on by like the sexiness part of it.
Really, I can
I
totally
like
see
that, yeah.
That's actually on my page for Instagram. I try to capture. You try to
Funniness.
like have sex appeal, but at the same point, like you want to be funny, and so that's
Yeah.
why when we first got started, Alanna does these like thirst traps. I'm like, damn, she looks so good. Do I need to do that? And I would do them, but I didn't feel like my real self. Like, okay,
Yeah,
like, that's not
I
who
can't
I am.
even do thirst traps. It's funny because even like I was working with a photographer for a while, and he's like, you know, I just can tell that you're not comfortable when you're trying to be sexy, because like
Yeah.
I don't know, it just doesn't work.
The lips.
So someone wanted to know how you guys define your relationship. They weren't very specific, but I just thought that was like an interesting question to ask.
I think
Like labels, you think? Or
I don't-
like,
like-
just like...
I literally don't know. I just thought it was kind of an open-ended,
Yeah, I mean,
anything,
that's-
however you guys take it question.
Huh.
yeah.
How do we define a relationship?
You got an answer?
I guess this is hard to answer that.
We already got,
Open
like,
question. I
swinger.
guess like, yeah, I don't think we
On and
have
off
any like
swinging.
labels really. I just think like I know he's my soulmate, my partner for life, and we are best friends. Like he's my best friend, and I just see us doing everything together. I mean, he's the only person I could be with for like 24/7, and I don't get sick of him. It's almost weird.
You don't get sick of him?
I mean, occasionally we have days where I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck you, you're annoying. But, like, for the most part, like, I was telling him the other day, like, we could go on an 18-hour road trip, and I'm like, let's do it. And we just go, and it's amazing. And I'm like, I can't do that with anybody. Like,
Yeah.
some people, you're in the car an hour, and you're like, like, no.
I think we can label our relationship as us, as
Yeah.
soulmates. Because
Yeah.
when you meet your soulmate, nothing else matters. Like granted, like when you have that person that you do everything with, labels don't matter anymore. Because we've tried to label ourselves a million different things, and labels do help, okay? Because
Yeah.
sometimes they understand, okay, you get more of an understanding of what you do, but labels can also box you in. So I'll say this, we are open-minded, and we are always trying new things,
Hey.
and
I don't know, another straight man who has stuck his penis in
Yeah.
another man's asshole, so that's sick.
that's, yeah.
Open-minded as fuck, boy.
Yeah, seriously, I love that.
You just gotta, you have to be open-minded, because you know what, there's just so much in this world, and if you become closed-minded, you can end up hurting each other, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we have created a love that this is my soulmate, this is my best friend. Like
Yeah.
nobody can take
Same.
that from me. Like, however, you love each other. I know you hate the "Hold On Loosely" one, but like it's
that's
the old song "Hold On Loosely" by 38 Special. Obviously, I'm a sucker for classic rock, but in a sense, it's allowing that your person to have their freedom to enjoy their life, and you can be their life partner. Because I'll tell you what, sometimes we view our partner as our property. Okay, right? And we view our dogs as our property. Like, right? You come home, and if what was it, back in like the early 2000s, they had that fake fucking dog, right? It was like a robot dog, and
Oh,
it would,
yeah.
like, brr, 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 it would come to you automatically. that thing when it came to you didn't feel that great, right? But like, if you allow something to have its freedom, and all it wants to do is be free with you, then you know you're in the right relationship. That is your soulmate. They have the freedom to do whatever the fuck they want to do in life, and they just want to do all this stuff in life with you. Like, that's who we are as people. I want to do everything in life with Alanna.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we always try to support each other, and like we're aware and we acknowledge out loud to each other that there's gonna be situations in life where I fuck up. There's gonna be situations where he fucks up, and it's always gonna alternate. And but we know we're gonna get through it together because we care about each other that much. If you don't, then it's easy to be like, fuck you, bye. But like, we are aware that things are gonna happen. It's not always perfect. People might think it looks perfect from the outside, but it's definitely not. But yeah, I think, I don't know.
Yeah,
right.
Good answer. All right, so plug yourselves, like your links and that kind of stuff.
Right here, this is you guys' camera.
Okay, look at it. Okay.
All right,
you go first.
All right. Well, on Instagram, I'm Adam Lee Kabatsky, and I'm the same on TikTok.
You're gonna have to spell that. Or do you have a website that's like?
Actually, okay. We have our beacons linked right now. Our website will be created within a week.
Okay.
Or two, and so I don't know when you're gonna post this, but I could say
it's gonna be in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay, we should have the website by then.
Okay, well, we can link it in the description.
Yeah, if we do, website right here.
Okay.
Whatever, right?
Just spell your @ then, because I would have no idea how to spell that.
Yeah,
okay.
Million news. Or you can find everything on Adam and Alanna, right?
Yes.
On Instagram?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, perfect. Adam and Alanna, that's ADAM. It's spelled out AND, and Alanna ALANNA. If you go to Instagram, it's got a link to absolutely everything.
Yeah. You can just go to my website, itsdeelz.com, because I always get deleted. So I'm like, if I tell him to go somewhere, is it still going to be there?
Right.
So go to my website. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
You want me to do that dance again?